In this video, it might help to have our graphing calculators ready to graph these and to take a look at and see what the end behavior looks like. So when I enter that first one in my graphing calculator, I'm going to get rid of any functions I have in my y equals screen. And I'm also going to make sure that my plot 1 is turned off. And to turn it off, you just, if it's highlighted, you want to up arrow until it's flashing on it and hit enter, and that should turn it off, so that when you go back down to the y equals, none of your plots should be highlighted. So this first one we're going to look at is 4x, and then with quadratics we've been using this button for the squared. This caret button over here, that's how we get to the exponents. So 4x cubed, and then to get out of the exponent, you just hit the right arrow. So we have 4x cubed and then minus 3x. And just to get an idea of what this looks like, we're going to graph this on the standard window. So the standard window is zoom 6. I'm going to take a look at this graph, and that's what the graph looks like. So it's a graph, and in these particular problems, we're only interested in the end behavior. What's happening out at the ends? So this particular graph, just to take a quick look, we're not real concerned about preciseness, but this is basically what it looks like. So we're going to be interested in what's happening at the left end and at the right end. And from our calculator, that's what's happening on this graph. So with this graph, we're going to have two ends. And this is part of the analyzing the functions that we will do in the next video. Left end and right end. And we're basically interested in which directions they are going. Okay, you'll notice that on the left end, this graph is going down, and it's going to keep going down and down and down and down forever. So, as on the left end, since this is going down, we say that this graph is decreasing. And since it keeps on going forever and ever and ever and ever, we say it decreases without bound. There is no limit to how much this graph decreases at the end. So then we say it decreases without bound. Now on the right end, we notice that it's going to keep going up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and it's never going to stop. Well, since that's going up, we say that this, on the right end, it is increasing without bound, without a limit. So this graph is increasing without bound on the right end, and decreasing without bound on the left end. So you just look, is it going up or going down? If it's going down, it's decreasing without bound. If it's going up, it's increasing without bound. Now, next we're going to look at the graph of B. And eventually what I want you guys to be able to get is be able to tell me what's happening to the ends of these graphs without the use of your calculator. Okay, so when we go back to the calculator for the second one, we go back to y equals, and we'll clear out that first one, and then we'll enter that second one. It was negative 2x to the fourth, and then again we right arrow to get out of that exponent, plus 8x cubed. Once again, right arrow to get out of the exponent, minus 8x, and then we can just use that button for the squared, and plus 2. And once again, we'll hit zoom 6 just to graph it on the standard window and see how much we can see. And that's basically what it looks like. So what happens is it basically looks something like this. I'll put this in blue. Basically looks like that. And again, we're looking at what it's doing on the left end and what it's doing on the right end. So if we look at the left end, we notice that it is going down, it's decreasing. Okay, keeps on going down. So since it's going down, we say it's decreasing without bound. And on the right end, which is over here, it's doing the same thing. It keeps going down and down and down. So the right end is also decreasing without bound. And that is the end behavior of these functions. And again, to start with, just take a look at them on your calculator and see what those ends are doing. If they're going up, we say that they're increasing without bound. If they're going down, we say that they are decreasing without bound. In the next video, we're going to look at more precise graphs of these functions. It'll be a rather lengthy video, and we'll also be looking at analyzing these functions.